Good afternoon, people. I'm going to read you an excerpt from my biggest novel, my longest novel, called The Femagogs and the Lost Code. So I wrote this over the course of 5 years. I was inspired by myself as a heroine, let's see, and let's say, that she would have to overcome, obviously, some obstacles and challenges in her life, not only in relationship with her ever-changing environment, but also with the tribe of women. So she originally was in a mixed tribe as a child, and the story begins like this, where the men would dominate over the women and make all the rules and not allow the women do certain tasks, etc., etc., etc. And women really had a very limited role to play in like they do in most tribes. However, there are certain tribes that I've discovered as I was researching a little bit for this book as well, whereby there are female tribes as well in the world, whereby the women are the matriarchs, right? So I created then this character whereby she had the desire to revolutionize the whole way in which tribes were being brought up. So she decided to participate in the regular trials and challenges. And it's funny, at the same time the Hunger Games were being written or going out on TV, on films, and I didn't know anything about the Hunger Games or what they were about, but I also was writing at the time about these trials, survivor trials, that the youngsters of the tribe would have to undergo in order to see who would survive, who would be the fittest, right, and the strongest, and because they needed to select and elect who they would use in the, let's say, the team of fighters, or who would go out hunting, or who would do this and who would do this. It was in order to give roles to the teenagers as they were in preparation for adulthood. So that's in my book. And I had no idea that the Hunger Games had something similar, but it's kind of different in the Hunger Games anyway, the whole trials. But my one's more based on the survival of the tribe and their skills and their network. And so this happens in the story, and she manages to, decide that this was her only chance that she would get to escape from the tribe, whereby men are just constantly dominating everything, and she was getting really frustrated with the women in the tribe, in her own home base or original tribe.